Monday Night Football, baby. We're here.
There's only one other good play on Minnesota.
Touchdown in 46 seconds. Punches back. Touchdown.
It's Wednesday afternoon. You know what that means. The Print Factory is back live on the Rump Your Sports YouTube channel. And of course, got the full crew back with me coming off of a massive week for the Print Factory show. Of course, ODB at the bottom, Big T in the middle, and I am JSU. And boys, we had an awesome week last week on the show. Outside of one or two stinkers, aka the Ravens, and I wanted to bring up two things to start the show. I was reading the comment section because I was trying to see if anyone went three for three on their picks in the comment section. Spoiler alert, nobody did again. So we're going to try this thing again and try and get a winner to the winner circle this coming week. So don't forget to drop your three favorite bets in the comment section of the video. I did look quick. I didn't see any. So if I'm wrong, maybe someone could tell me, but I'm pretty sure no one got there. But I did read one of the comments in the comment section, and it did kind of make me laugh thinking about our show. And it was simply, one thing I've learned about watching the show is that whenever these guys have a take on the Chiefs game, just go the opposite way of the Chiefs. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe ODB's been right about the Chiefs a few times, but me and Tony have definitely gotten killed on our Chiefs takes throughout the years on this show. Tony, what do you think about that? Because I honestly laughed when I saw it.
I just know, no matter how confident I am in a Chiefs game, I got to tone it down. Like, I got to take it back a notch because, I mean, we've hit them occasionally, but I'll admit it. Brady, too. I'll go back to Brady. Brady and Mahomes, I just have terrible mojo with them. Like, I was so confident in the Ravens. I didn't bet. Like, I've gotten smarter over the years just to learn not to just go all in on a game. But, man, I was confident. I thought they were going to kill them. And like usual, Mahomes looked like Mahomes again. And they didn't just win. They completely destroyed them. Lamar's out there being injured, whatever's going on with Baltimore. I mean, Kansas City, I salute you, Kansas City. You own my ass yet again.
Yeah, they just continue to own both of us. I mean, ODB, we all like the Ravens. I'm glad that in the parlay, well, I still added it to my parlay, but you were like, we're not using the Ravens as a pick because we all like them. So we still picked, 9 altogether. And you went 3 for 3. Actually, you and Tony went 3 for 3. I went 2 and 1. You made sure to come in and tell us that you went 3 for 3. And Tony was like, wait a second. I went 3 for 3 too, but obviously your week went pretty well. How was your week 4?
Yeah, starting with the negative, but it's mostly positive. I mean, Mahomes owns us again. I mean, this is the Chiefs Hater show, and we put the GIF up like 3 times a year, but probably 15 times a year we get owned on them. But
we don't shy away from our one negative take, whatever. ODB. We don't shy away from it.
3 for 3 though. Gave out 3 for 3. Also said Jacksonville money line. We didn't need the points.
Giants money line.
Giants. It was a good show for the crew. So yeah, we missed the Chiefs, but look, if you watch the show, we just always pick against the Chiefs. So just take anything we ever say with the Chiefs, just take it with a grain of salt and move on, because that's just a team that we just traditionally don't like and we underrate. But I mean, heck, you got to give them their props. I mean, not only did they win that game, but they absolutely owned them. And I don't know what this Ravens team is anymore, but I'm glad that I don't have money on them to win it all, even though I felt very confident on them. Now I can either come in now or just be out. Like, I don't have to just be tied to this Ravens take, because boy, they look like a shell themselves. Just kind of also just a reminder that as much as we want to just gloss over injuries, sometimes in totality, they mean a lot. And this Ravens team is obviously extremely injured on the defensive front. Kind of like Detroit ended up last year. We just kind of just kept thinking replacement, they'll get it done. And they did until, they didn't. And kind of with the Ravens, kind of similar thing. I mean, it was one thing to get owned by Detroit. Can kind of gloss over that and be like, yeah, well, Detroit's got, they got the boss running game and great coach, play calling coach and all that stuff. But when you just get boat raced by the Chiefs, a team that struggled to score against the Giants, scored 10 points versus the Eagles, I mean, it's time to kind of take a hard look at the Ravens.
Yeah, for sure. The bets, though, just throwing them out there. These were last week's bets. Under 38.5 in the Houston game. Tony double dipped in that one with the -6.5 on Houston as well.
Easy dub, shut out.
Shut out. 44.5. The under in the Chargers-Giants game. I think that was ODB. I had the over 27.5 in the Detroit team total. New England -5.5, I think was ODB. Rams -3.5. Bears money line, and then Miami Dolphins -2.5 for all the winners. The only ones we missed were the Ravens -2.5 and the Packers -6.5. Pretty good week, boys. Pretty good week. We're going to get there where we go 9 straight and we get this big ass parlay to the old winner circle. I'm going to keep doing it. We're going to hit one of these soon. I'm feeling it.
How much money do you make if you go 42-6, Banking? Like do you have a house on a hill somewhere? That's
Banking,
a lot of winners.
I didn't even see you in the comments, bro. You got to post your winners in the I didn't
That's
even
a lot
see
of winners.
you in the comments.
We need some clarification. I mean, are you betting -400s? Are you doing
42-6 is pretty good.
Are you doing the free squares on some of these sites that let you just add that in your parlay, like Bo Nix to get over 1 yard passing? I mean, 42-6, that's not even real, bro. We need receipts.
That's a lot of winners.
I'm going to say this about Ben King. He does seem like a sharp guy. He does watch our shows a lot. But yeah, bro, give us 5 winners in the comments. I want to say, you know what? Drop 5 winners in the comments. No, he said 5. He said, what if I go for 5 for 5? I said, drop 5 winners in the comments.
343-12.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to put some money on your 5 winners, Ben King. All right, let's test this theory right now. Get ready. JSU is going to put some of his hard-earned money on the Ben King's 5. Hopefully we go 5 for 5 just because I like Ben King, and hopefully he keeps the record going. So it's 100% real. The fuck, he says. So, all right.
I was asking, how much money did you make, though? If you
That's
went
impressive.
42-6, how much did you make?
That's impressive, Ben King.
I mean, if he's going 42-6, he's probably making a lot of money.
I mean, you bet every single game too, like all 48 of them. You bet.
Maybe. I don't know. Do you bet the board? ODB, do you bet the board, or you just bet
he doesn't bet the board.
I used to bet the board, and this year I'm trying not to bet the board. I used to, but now I'm starting to get a little tilted because this year all the games that I like and want to bet, and I'm like, no, don't bet the board this year. Just I'm just thinking all of them, but I'm not playing them all, and it's kind of annoying me. So I might.
Yeah, because you realize though that you only think about the ones you won instead of the ones you didn't bet and lost.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been a board player before. It doesn't work out good. I'll admit it. It doesn't work out as good as it seems.
For sure.
No, the only thing I would do is put like $10 and do one big parlay. So now I just do it with our three favorite bets.
I've been writing mine down every week just because I'm curious who I pick. Like I went 10-7 last week. I feel like I crushed.
Nice.
I mean, 10-7 is not bad.
But I was 10-7. It felt like I picked all winners.
Hey, that's a win, right? The sports bettors, that's a win. 10-7. So you should be
10-7, but 3-0 on the documented. So I'll take
3 and 3. The 3 that you give is the only thing that matters. That's all I get from this show is that no matter what happens at the end of the day, it's the 3 winners that you give at the end of the show is the only thing that matters. Unless you get into not a screaming match, but an argument with one of your closest friends on this show about being soft on a take. So then you go in on a take and tell people not just who's going to win, not by exactly how much they will win by, but the exact score of the game. And if you don't remember, I'm talking about me and Tony last week arguing about the Seattle Seahawks because I told you Seattle was going to win by 3 points. And then Tony made fun of me because I wasn't giving a strong enough take. And I said, well, you know what, Tony? Some people want to bet the exact score, and the exact score is going to be 23-20. And it is literally clipped. I actually have the clip. I still haven't posted it yet, but I have the clip from last week that I'm just saving right now. But Tony, if you'd like to respond after I literally told everyone not just who would win, not by how much, but the exact score it would end with, because you can bet that, by the way. Anything you want to say to the people or me?
I mean, if a spread's 3 in a game and you say it's going to win by 3, chances are you're going to be right occasionally.
So chances are you're going to give the exact score to the game?
The score part was, but it was like the total too. Like you literally gave like the team totals. And you're acting like you're Nostradamus.
I literally told everyone the total is 43.5. This thing's going to fall.
You said 23-20. Like you literally gave the most predictable score, and you're
so I literally told everyone in one sentence. I told everyone
you could have bet that on DraftKings at 2.5 to 1. Congrats.
I told everyone the under Seattle.
The exact score.
I literally told everyone the under the Seattle and the exact score. I don't know what you want. I don't know how much more I could give you on the score.
I'll give you credit for picking the winner,
Thank
but
you.
I'm still arguing and getting tilted by the exact same reason as we initially argued.
No, I win in this argument. You lose. I don't care what you say. End of discussion. Let's go to the next topic.
I mean, I can't wait till you pick the Rams 27-20 tomorrow night. Like, I mean,
I'll tell you right now, if it falls the exact score of 27-20, then I'm going to feel good. If I got to
give an official prediction, I'm saying 27-20 Rams.
Nah, fuck that.
Can I get credit next week on the show when it falls?
No, I would give you. I would give you credit if it. I'll give you credit if you pick the correct score of any game on this slate. I'll give you credit, but the Rams game is not going to be 27-20. I mean, San Francisco. We don't even know who's going to be playing at quarterback. They got so many injuries right now. All their players are banged up. Top wide receivers are both banged up. Probably won't practice. Who knows if they'll go through the walkthrough? We'll see today what happens with the quarterbacks, but it's not no 27-20 game, Tony. This is the Rams. This is my Super Bowl team, okay? Don't disrespect them right now. But let's get into this slate here. We'll start with the Thursday game, just give our quick thoughts because obviously we will have a showdown show tomorrow here. But ODB, you're not on that show. Rams and 49ers. Still, we don't know about the quarterback situation, but what are you doing here? 7-point spread in this one.
Yeah, I mean, I need more information. I don't know who's quarterbacking. It looks like Brock's out, but I don't know. Is Mac out too? I'm not even sure who the third quarterback is. I haven't even looked into it yet. To me, I mean, I'm a huge Rams fan this year. I mean, that the first future I made was Rams win the NFC. So I love the Rams this year. Been on them a lot. But 7 seems like a lot with Shanahan, McVay. Like these guys know each other really well. I kind of trust Shanahan to go out there and put something credible on the field and put a game plan for whatever crappy quarterback he has to roll out there. I probably, if anything, like my initial instincts would lean towards the under in this game, just because I know the Rams defense is good and I kind of trust Shanahan to like whatever, slow the game down or do whatever he needs to do to try to keep this game within reach. Thursday night games are traditionally lower scoring as well. So, 46.5 seems like a pretty high total for these games with the current state of the Niners offense. If you're going over, I think you just have to play the Rams. I mean, I can't see a way that the Niners cover an over game. I don't think the Rams can shoot out. This Rams defense is really good. So,
and Mac Jones he's not on the injury report. So
okay.
Actually their third stringer might be on the injury report. He might be out already.
If Mac's playing, I would probably lean towards the Niners just because he's already played with them a couple times, but I don't, I'm not a big Mac Jones guy at all. So, and I do like the Rams, but 7 seems like a rather large number. I think I just lean towards the under. And yeah, no strong take at this moment. Just I need more information, the injury reports. I don't want to get over my heels here early because, yeah, we already saw that last week with the Ravens not paying attention to injury reports and it costing us. So.
Riles, even if I got 6 numbers correct for the Mega Millions, Tony still wouldn't give me credit, so it doesn't really matter.
I wouldn't have to give you credit because you'd have all the money.
That is true. That is true, though. Maybe if you gave me a little credit, I'd split it with you. I mean, who knows? But you won't give me credit, so you don't get any.
If you split it with me, yeah, you get all the credit.
All right, what about this Rams game, Tony? It does feel like we could get Mac Jones starting on a short week. I don't know if that's fully confirmed yet, though.
I mean, the line's 7. It has to be Mac Jones, right? There's no way it's going to be Brock. It opened at 3, so there's no way.
I'm just saying I don't know if it's confirmed yet that Brock Purdy's like officially out. That's all I'm saying. But yes, it does feel like Mac Jones.
Yeah, I mean, is Brock and Mac really 4-point difference? I don't know. They feel somewhat similar to me. The problem is I just think the Rams are good. The short week and the two coaches knowing each other, like ODB said, is what gives me a little hesitation. But the Niners have more injuries than just the quarterback, too. The receivers are banged up. Trent Williams was out last week, I think. I'm not the best with this type of information, but I think he was out last week. Short week. Maybe he sits again. They just have a lot of injuries, and the Rams, to me, just look like a little bit of a wagon. I mean, this offense is Kyron's banged up too, but I don't care about Kyron as much. They have other guys. I don't see him on the injury report, but I know he's banged up a little bit. I can't pick the Niners against the Rams. The Rams just feel good to me. Like their D-line's good. They struggled with the Colts more than I thought they would, but they still got a 7-point W. I don't know. I got to take the Rams. I don't love it. It's not going to be one of my overall picks, and I like the under too. I don't really see San Francisco moving the ball all that much on this Rams defense. So yeah, I'll take the Rams.
Wow, Tony, hot take. You'll take the Rams. Okay, I'm going to take the Rams 27-12. Okay, the Rams are going to win this thing by 2 touchdowns. It does feel high, but the 49ers are just way too banged up. The Rams are at home. A short week. I think the short week hurts the 49ers more just with how many, injuries they have. These guys aren't practicing. Like, that is never good. And then you lose your quarterback. And I know Tony's saying, is there that big of a difference between Purdy and Mac Jones? Maybe there's not. Maybe it's not that much of a difference. But it's still just like these receivers are in and out. He's throwing to Kendrick Bourne and Robinson or whoever else they have back there. And Ricky Pearsall probably, I don't know if he's going to play. He had a PCL injury. We'll see if he goes. Juwan Jennings is constantly hurt. It's just never good. And we already talked about the defensive issues they are going to have throughout the year. Trent Williams hasn't looked good. I mean, nothing feels good about the Niners. I will say they have played a lot of close games this year, but I think the injuries at some point are just going to catch up to them. And this Rams team is good, man. Both teams are solid, but I really like the Rams. So I got the Rams. I think they cover. I think they win by double digits.
The Rams have been the best team in football at stopping the run, too, so far this year, according to the flow chart, which obviously can't be that good for the Niners. And the Niners can run on anybody, though. I'll say that.
That's the thing with Shanahan. That's the thing. But
I'm just
Christian
throwing it out
McCaffrey,
there. That D-line's good, and they've been number 1 so far. And they've actually played the Colts. They've played some decent run teams along the way, too. So
yeah, and Christian McCaffrey struggled rushing the football. Remember, a lot of his fantasy points have come from catching the football. 10, 15 targets a game. A lot of his stuff is in the receiving game. So just keep that in mind. It's not like even for a Shanahan offense, it's not like the running game has been just dominating.
We made fun of him all year, and he's so good.
He's just so good.
He just churns out numbers, even not looking good.
If he continues to get like 30 touches a game and stays healthy all year, I mean, I'll just be wrong because I just don't know how he can continue the volume and get there. But It's their game plan every week, and it still works. So what are you going to do? All right, let's move on.
We got the Vikings picks. Let's get he's 42-6. Here's his first one. Rams 19-10.
What I bet you that pays a pretty penny if I find the correct score. What do we think that pays, Tony?
I mean, I have no freaking idea. A weird score like that, probably a lot.
Well, King's 42-6, so I might just sprinkle a little bit on the correct
like
score.
Rams money line right here. So we're getting to the bottom of this record.
Okay, whatever. If he gives me the right score, I don't care.
I mean, I will say too, even though I'm kind of making fun of him a little bit, 42-6, even money lines is good. So I'll give him a little credit there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take 42-6 anything. He's probably
that's what I'm saying. I don't want it to sound like I'm just making fun of him.
Let's get Big King props. Send us, drop the picks in. We need all the help we can get.
He said that he's going to give 5 picks in the comment section. I said I'm going to bet him.
He's picking all the games too, though. Each one as we go, he's going to put it in there. We'll try. Let's see if he whoops on us. We'll see.
All right, so there we go. Just so people who are watching can see it too, just so they have it.
It's the ultimate bragging rights too when he comes in and goes like, what is there, 14 games, like 12-2 this week or something.
Yeah, we only got a few teams on bye. All right, get to the London game here where we got the Vikings and the Browns. Just a ugly game. We're going to have Dylan Gabriel versus Carson Wentz. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The London fans get screwed, but you know what? I don't care because I don't care about the overseas games as much. Screw them. It's a 4.5-point spread. It's a 36.5 total. I mean, this game is disgusting. Browns defense is good. Vikings defense, I still think is good, even though they'll have games where they kind of suck. But man, they get a rookie quarterback in Dylan Gabriel. This game seems ugly, Tony. What are you doing here?
Yeah, and the Browns defense is good. I mean, man, Carson Wentz looked terrible last week, but somehow got like 27 fantasy points or 25 fantasy points or something crazy. The Browns defense is just good, though, and I don't really think there's that much difference between Gabriel and Flacco. Flacco, I mean, he's just so freaking old, but he's like got more of a floor, but he doesn't give you a ceiling like Gabriel. We saw it last week with Dart, too. Like, he's probably not as prepared as Russell Wilson, but they just give you a younger dynamic that can make some plays and just create some stuff. Flacco, you don't get that with Flacco. He's going to take sacks. He's not going to move. Yeah, can he throw the ball better? Sure. I mean, I get all that, but I think Gabriel's actually going to be in much better shape than Flacco. So I got to go Cleveland here. I hate this game too. Minnesota looks bad. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm definitely going under. In this game, these two defenses are pretty good. The only way this game goes over is if there's just turnovers in deep in the territory and defensive scores. I love the under here, 36.5, but definitely on the Browns too.
All right, ODB, what do you think here? Tony's on the Browns. Where are you at?
Yeah, one of my few misses last week were the Vikings, and pissed at myself because I have a don't bet on Carson Wentz rule, and I violated it. I also, I've tweeted out since week 1 that the Minnesota Vikings offensive line is just atrocious. And rankings I see have them higher and everything, but I think they just lost another starter this week. Every single time I watch a Minnesota Vikings team, all I see is the offensive line getting absolutely abused and their quarterback, just whether it was JJ or Carson, just absolutely under siege. And this Browns defensive line is the real deal. Assuming Myles Garrett, I know he sat out practice today or he's on the injury report or something, assuming he plays, I just cannot bet on Carson Wentz and this offensive line versus this defense and this defensive line. I think Dylan Gabriel's probably going to suck, but I do trust them to run a pretty safe-ish game plan against a Brian Flores defense and probably give Quinshon Judkins a lot of work, probably, short passes to Fannin and Njoku and whatever. I trust the Browns. It's a very variance-filled game because I do think that there's going to be sacks, potential fumbles, interceptions. That's why I definitely cannot get on such a low total here with Tony. But I got to like the Browns. This feels like a toss-up game to me. The only reason why I would at all lean Vikings is just that Minnesota's been over there for a week, and so they're more adjusted to the environment and the time zone, and they don't really need guys going on like day trips around seeing the sights and whatever. But I don't really know how much that plays into it. And the Browns have, defensively, they've fought. I mean, they were obviously just going to get whitewashed in Detroit, so I'm not going to take a lot from that game. But they held the Packers in check, and everybody they've kind of just held in check. I mean, when Joe Burrow was healthy and we didn't know the Bengals were going to be this awful, I mean, could have beat them too. So, yeah, I got to like the Browns getting 4.5. To me, this feels like a close, low-scoring game. So.
Yeah, close, low scoring. Man, if you're betting these overseas games, God bless you, because it's tough with these spots here. I think I agree with Tony where, I think if you made me pick a side, I'd be on the Brown side, but I think this game's low scoring. It's probably going to go under too. So that would probably be the play. I do not like this game though. Probably won't be something that I actually bet, but picking it, I'll lean the Browns at the 4.5 number. I do think Dylan Gabriel is not going to be good. And this is a tough spot against Brian Flores, who's going to throw a lot at him and probably overwhelm him at times. Another thing too, just to throw out there, they're down Cedric Tillman, one of their top receivers. And I do think that's going to hurt Isaiah Bonds, like the next guy up, who they just signed like a week before the season started. And they do have Fannin and Njoku. So I would expect more Fannin and a lot of Quinshon Judkins out there with those injuries. But all right, that's enough with that game. Let's go to the next game here as my screen moved. Raiders and Colts here. Colts and Raiders both coming off losses. 7-point spread in Indy. 47.5 is the total in this one. ODB, throwing this one right to you. What do you like, Colts and Raiders?
Not a real strong take here. I would lean Raiders taking the points. I do like the Colts. I think Colts are a decent team, but Raiders showed me a little bit of offense last week. Yeah, I mean this feels like a lot of respect for the Colts team, for this Colts team. Small lean Raiders, but nothing super strong.
Yeah, Tony, what are you doing here with Geno Smith and the Raiders?
Yeah, it was. I was confident in that Raiders-Bears game. I thought it would shoot out more than it did. It was the Raiders did have a lot of success running the ball too, so that shook it up a little bit. But I have to like the Raiders here. I think the Colts. I'm going to like the Colts a lot as underdogs. 7 feels heavy though. The Raiders feel like they've competed at least, and I wasn't high on the Raiders. I'll admit it. I didn't love them coming into the year. Pete Carroll's got these guys playing though. I think they're solid enough to cover this 7. I think we see points too. So I tweeted it out earlier, but the Colts are number 1 as far as just fantasy games. Like when you factor in their offense and defense and stuff like that, the Colts check out as number 1 overall. So, and the Raiders, I think, are a pretty good fantasy team too. So the total at 47.5 actually feels really low to me. I think this game could shoot out a lot. So I'm on the Raiders, but the number 1 play I have from this game is actually the over 47.5. I think this game gets way into the 50s. Like I said last week, that Raiders game, what did it finish? It was not high scoring, but it felt
25-24.
What was
it?
25
to 24. And I was going to talk about this because what you said, Tony, about you felt like it kind of underwhelmed from like a scoring standpoint. Like if it should have scored more in that Bears Raiders game, you're 100% right. It should have. But the problem was Geno Smith threw 3 interceptions. Ashton Genty fumbled. These are things that kill drives, right? Caleb Williams, every time I felt like he got down inside the red zone, false start, penalty. How many penalties, pre-snap penalties the Bears had when they get a positive play and then they end up moving backwards? It was all game. It was literally all game. So it killed a lot of the momentum on some of those drives where I felt like the Bears were going to go and score or the Raiders were going to go and score early. And that's why this game only ended 25-20. This game should have been higher scoring than what it finished. I agree with you. So if you cut out some of those turnovers, the Bears, the penalties, but for the Raiders, the turnovers. I mean, 4 turnovers, that's a lot. So, and I do think they're going to play from behind. So if they cut out those turnovers, I think we go over this total pretty easily because I trust Indy to move the football and stuff like that. So I'm with you on the over. I think it's a great over spot here for the Raiders and Colts. The Raiders are a team I think we can pick on all year defensively and from fantasy. So, all right, that's Raiders and Colts. Let's go to Giants and Saints. I think this line flipped. What the Giants were favored, I thought, and now they're slight underdogs at like 1.5 right now. I don't know if Jackson Dart is fully healthy. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but 42.5 total. Saints slightly favored at home. ODB, where are you at with the Saints and Giants game?
Well, I'm just going to blame you for this one because if you wouldn't have talked so much at the beginning and Tony would have sent me the link on time, I could have had Giants plus 2.5. I literally just watched it move while you were talking about this Raiders Colts game. It was Giants plus 2.5. So I'm literally getting screwed out of a point here. But I like the Giants here. Basically this 1.5 line indicates that these two teams are dead equal. I don't see it. I mean, the best unit on the field is the Giants defense. They lost Malik Neighbors, but I don't really think that's worth a whole hell of a lot. I mean, it's a receiver and he's a good receiver, but Giants are a better team than the Saints. This line doesn't really make any sense to me. I think Giants should be favored here. And it's still Spencer Rattler versus probably one of the best front fours in football. So you're going to give me a point with the best front four versus Spencer Rattler led team. I'll take my chances. So give me the Giants in this one.
All right, Giants for you. Tony, what are you doing here with the Saints and Giants?
Yeah, I have to agree. I just don't know how I could take New Orleans. Just on paper, I always used to bet New Orleans in this spot. The Giants are coming off a big win. New Orleans stinks. The Giants lose Neighbors. I used to always bet the Saints in this spot for sure, but I just can't do it. The Giants look like a pretty good team to me. I know they've had their issues as well, but like ODB said, their D-line is the best unit. It's still under a field goal. I mean, what's the current number? 1.5 right now at DraftKings, or did it update since that?
1.5 right now.
It was 2.5 a minute ago, but
yeah. I mean, the Giants probably honestly go off favored in this game, and like always, I know it doesn't sound like it makes a difference, but like if I'm betting and I can get 1.5 at minus 112 or the money line at plus 102, I'm just saving that. Well, that's more than 10 cents juice. That's 14 cents juice. So I am definitely just taking the Giants money line plus 102. If the Saints beat me, I can live with it. Dart looked pretty good to me. He can move. Give me the Giants. I have to.
Yeah, I actually like the over in this game. I think the thing that's standing out to me was the fact how much the Giants played up tempo in a game that they were winning most of the game. So that's with them winning. If they're losing at all in this spot, they might go really up tempo with Jackson Dart. That was one of the things that interests me. He runs a lot. I think that both teams are going to be able to score some points here. Saints are at home. Saints played pretty well in Buffalo for the Saints. And they play like kind of with pace and stuff like that too. So we might just get a shitload of plays in this game. I think it's kind of interesting for fantasy, I guess. But yeah, I'm on the over here. That was the play I written down. I think if you make me take a side, I would lean the Giants like you guys. I do think they are the slightly better team, but yeah, my play is the over. I think we see some points, and these teams play pretty fast pace here, honestly. Yeah,
Saints are,
and I think
the Saints lead the league in pace of play. So,
and I think the Giants, if they're losing, might be right up there. So that's more my point with the Giants too. So, Giants going 14-3. There's Beanair. He's in. I will give Beanair credit. He was there last week, Tony. They won. I mean, Beanair had to have a little something to do with it. I mean, he was at the game, Jackson Dart's first game. I give him some credit. How much credit you give him?
None.
Oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I give you some credit, Beanair. All right, let's move to the next game here. Denver at Philly. Where's K. Reed? Is K. Reed watching right now? He better be in this chat watching. Talking about your Eagles -3.5 at home. It's a 43.5 total. Broncos coming off a beatdown of Tony's Bengals. ODB was there. Got to start with him. ODB, you had the live look of your boy Bo dropping some hammers on Tony's Bengals. How did it feel live?
I mean, that was just a complete ass whooping. I mean, the Bengals, that was a quit show. I mean, these receivers do not want to be out there. Browning was just under siege. I mean, he had no time. This Broncos D is for real. The offensive line's for real. Bo's for real. He had a bad throw or two, but that's going to happen. That seed he threw at the end of the first half to Sutton. I mean, that was nice. RJ Harvey getting involved now. DK. The problem is the one thing that these are two teams that I traditionally back on this show. I mean, I think I probably said Broncos and said Eagles more than both you guys combined. Like, these are two teams I really like. And the reason I like them is because they both are very good at the same thing. Offensive line, defensive line. So they each kind of negate the other one's advantage. This Eagles team has not been able to throw the ball. And, although the tush push is the most dangerous weapon in football, like, the Broncos D-line might be able to be the one team that they don't have a massive advantage in that situation. It's a really tough spot for the Broncos coming off a short week. It was an electric atmosphere there. It was Monday Night Football. It was the main Monday night game. They had the number one announcing team. It was kind of, they have one less day to prepare for an Eagles team, but it was kind of like a bye. I mean, they really didn't have to do very much. It looked like they came out of the game really healthy. So my lean here is that the Broncos can keep this game close and fight. But yeah, this Eagles defense is tough, and Bo is still a second-year quarterback who's been prone to make mistakes. The Eagles play very, very smart football. So good lines. I'm always going to take the Broncos right now in my present state of mind. So I'm going to take the Broncos to keep it close. I don't know if they pull out the victory, but I think this is a close game, field goal game, and I think they have a fighting shot to win. Kind of good news for me, though, with all my Broncos futures and my Bo love and everything, is that this line's staying steady at 3.5. And if it's staying steady at 3.5, that the Rams played at the Eagles 2 weeks ago, and the Rams were getting 3.5. And the Rams weren't coming off of some Monday Night Football game. They were coming off of a whitewashing of Tennessee. So they came in with full rest, and Broncos coming in 1 day less rest, west to east, early start, like all the things that you normally dock teams a half a point to a point for. And they're holding steady at 3.5. This means the line makers really put the Broncos and Rams at a similar power ranking. So that's kind of good news for me for my future thoughts on the Broncos. If you like the Broncos, I would wait, though. I wouldn't be surprised if this game does get to 4.5.
All right, Tony, what do you think with this game? You think it gets? Do you think the line gets to 4.5? You think we should wait? You agree with ODB there?
Yeah, I mean, you have to think some money comes in on Philadelphia. It's at a tricky number, though. I mean, 3.5, it doesn't matter that much. If it would go down to 3 or something, it would mean more, but there's no way it goes down. I just haven't liked how – is Philly undefeated? I think they're under – are they? I feel like they've struggled, too, which has been weird. They haven't really got – even the ground game hasn't been amazing, but they've grinded out victories, which is all that matters. I just am super high on the Broncos, like ODB said, and they might have the best O-line and D-line. They're just stacked up front. They got enough players. They're honestly like the AFC version of the Eagles in their own little way. How they play is the same. They're strong up front, the same. Denver just looks really good to me. And I liked the Rams a few weeks ago. I felt like the Rams dominated the game. The Broncos, if I feel similar, which I do, how do I not take the Broncos now? I know it's a shorter week. I got to be on the Broncos here. No doubt about it. And I was going to come in on the total. I think I do need to go over. Just looking at my numbers, it's getting to the point of the year where I want to start trusting my numbers. And this game, believe it or not, has the second highest, just offensive relevance to me of the whole thing. And it's 43.5, which is one of the lower totals. I actually think the over is a pretty sharp play in this game. Philadelphia's defense has been worse than expected. Denver's defense is good, but we have seen them give up points too occasionally this year as well. I know they dominated the Bengals, but the Bengals are a disaster. Other games they've given up points. 43.5 is low for these two teams. So I actually think the over is pretty sharp here.
Yeah, I agree with you on the over. I think this game is a 3-point game. I'm on the Denver side too with the 3.5. It's probably going to end 24-21 here. And if you look at Denver, obviously they had the win against the Titans where they didn't look good. But
we got your touchdown stuff back. It's calling your name again. The tutties are back, baby.
It just wants me to bet those things so bad. It wants me to bet those Thursday night touchdowns. But then you go to their next couple games, like at the Colts, where honestly they should have won. That penalty was bullshit, and then they kicked the field goal and win it. But whatever. The Colts are, I think, a solid team, and at the Colts, and then they go to the Chargers, 23-20 loss. I mean, those are two good football teams, and they played them tough, and they had chances to win both those games. I mean, Justin Herbert makes one of the craziest touchdown throws I will ever see be made. And then the penalty with the field goal, those games could have easily been wins for the Broncos here. So they've been playing good teams tough, even on the road. So, yeah, I think they go in, they play a good Philadelphia team tough. It stays within 3, and they cover, and they have a chance to win the game. It's just at the end of the game, can they, not get a penalty, not get the crazy touchdown throw? That changes this team from 2-2 to 4-0, honestly. They could have easily been 4-0. So, yeah, I like it. I like that it's 3.5. I agree with what ODB said about the Rams at 3.5 too. So that's telling you that, they're giving some respect to the Broncos, which I think is warranted here. So, yeah, over and Broncos plus the 3.5 here. Let me get back up to the top. What is WNBA's in the finals? I didn't even know they were still going. All right, Cowboys and Jets next up here. Cowboys minus 2.5 on the road in New York. And it's a 47.5 total. And man, the Cowboys, they might just be the cheat code of all of fantasy. Tony, you said you put out a tweet about the best fantasy spots and the worst fantasy spots. I can only assume the Cowboys were 1 or 2 in the best fantasy spots column, but you could tell me if I'm wrong.
I don't have the exact chart up in front of me. I think they're 2, though. I think Indy was 1 and they were 2, if I remember right.
I mean, there's no way they're not 1 or 2. There's just no way.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. So Indy was 1, Dallas was 2, Baltimore was 3. Even though Baltimore struggled this week, they were still 3.
Yep, makes sense. I mean, so you're telling me I got to play Jets?
I'm not telling you. You can do whatever you want in that equation there. But I will say, I don't know how you could possibly take an under in a Dallas game this year. They're Cincinnati from last year, all over again. I know everyone's used that comparison, but it's true. I mean, they're Cincinnati from last year. They have no defense. They're going to score points. The Jets are capable. Although I do like attacking Dallas more like through the air and just gashing them through the air. The Jets aren't really that type of team. Dallas defense just stinks, and they're going to score points. So it's just always going to be over spots for me. It's still only 46.5, probably because of how the Jets play. But I got to take – and I have to take Dallas too, I think. Honestly, they've looked good this year to me. Even though they kind of lost that first game, I felt like they played pretty good. Dak's looked pretty good to me too. The Jets are still the Jets. I have to take Dallas in this spot and the over. I know I'm giving a few totals, but I'm starting to trust my numbers a little more as we get into the season. And some of these totals stick out to me. I don't see how I could take an under in a Dallas Jets game. I don't see how I could. So give me Dallas and give me over.
Tony's giving the crazy take of Dallas is the Bengals from last year that people were giving before the season even started.
When I get on you don't have to come back and try to act like I'm giving obvious takes too. Just that's 2 straight weeks you're doing this.
Oh, okay, but it's fine for you to do that same shit with me when you call me out.
You always try to get even, like, oh, he's giving the hot takes. Oh, Dallas. I think Dallas is going to win by 3 here.
Yeah, you know what this just says?
24-21?
You know what this just says, though? Big T can, he can give it out, but he can't take it. I mean, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Like, you got to give it back to him sometimes. You got to let him know.
What's he going to give this score? 24-21?
Hell no. I ain't going under this total.
Yeah, he'll go 27-24.
27-24.
I'm not going under this fucking total. ODB, tell us why it's going over.
Yeah, I mean, I echo everything Big T said. I mean, the Cowboys, I said it. I mean, they were the cheat code coming in. That was Pickens was my favorite guy. Loved CD, but he's obviously just a victim of getting hurt. Not like this Jets defense is good. And it's not like the Jets have some super home field advantage. The only negative for the Cowboys is that, they did play an emotional game last week on Sunday night, kind of put everything into that Michael Parsons return. So is it, letdown spot? But I mean, I think the Cowboys offense is really good. So I have to take the Cowboys here. Fantasy plays here in this game are kind of easy because, they're kind of teams that don't really have multiple options. So, I mean, the Jets really have 2 players who get the football. 3 if you count Fields. But, I mean, you could go Fields, Hall, Wilson, double stacks. And, I mean, it's pretty damn cheap versus the Cowboys. And, the comeback is just easy. So, I mean, that's probably going to be a pretty popular tourney play. Even though Turpin didn't put up a big fantasy game, he got the role that I thought he was going to get. He seemed like he was playing the CD role. So I think there might, you might be able to get that Turpin. Turpin might be the cheap play of this week that might not be that high owned just because he didn't really go off. But I like the Cowboys here. I mean, I don't see why they're not going to score some points. And I mean, the Jets really haven't been that impressive. I mean, they pretty much got blown out against the Dolphins, who, their best player had his leg turned sideways halfway through the game. So, I mean, I got to lean Cowboys.
I got to go back in on my boy Banking too. What do you mean you're teasing Dallas? They're favored by 2.5. We're teasing what? To 5? What kind of teaser is that?
Oh, you're gonna get Tony going. You're gonna get him going right now.
I just stopped trying to figure out what he's talking about. He's teasing Dallas. They're 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I do love the Turpin call from ODB.
I knew you were going to sprout when he said Turpin.
I know. You know I'm already on it right now. I looked at this shit already, but yeah, this game, it's going over. I agree with Tony. The Cowboys have surprised me with how good, honestly, they've looked, even with the CD. injury. I think this game's going to be, and the Jets defense isn't good. That's the other thing. I mean, they're playing the Steelers, giving up 30. The Bills, obviously the Bills, they gave up 30, but whatever. The Bucks 29, and the Bucks were decimated. They were hurt with, players, and they still dropped 29. And then the Dolphins 27, and they lost their best offensive weapon, or the second best, whatever you want to go, in the first, half or whatever. His leg was sideways. So, that game could have been different, but the Cowboys are just going to give them opportunities to score earlier. And if they score earlier, and this isn't like a comeback thing, which is what kind of the Dolphins game was, when, by the way, they got screwed out of that one Garrett Wilson touchdown that they called that horseshit penalty. Garrett Wilson deserved 2 touchdowns. That catch was ridiculous. And then the one they actually gave him that he caught without the penalty was also ridiculous. Garrett Wilson's so fucking good, but I think they score earlier, which means we're going to see points, and probably a Dallas win, but the over's the play. So yeah, great game, good game to target.
By the way, we don't talk much fantasy on this show, but my God, how do we not play Justin Fields this week versus Dallas? How in the world do we not put him in there? I mean, he is gonna crush.
The only way is if you want to play Dak, I think, on the other way. That's the only way.
I like Dak, and I like that Dallas side. I don't know how you could play Dak over Fields in this spot, though. Man, Fields is he's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, I think there's actually 2 DFS locks, and one of them is in this game. I won't give it out on this show. I'll wait until Sunday for
that.
it. But...
See, that's good hosting right there. You throw a little teaser out there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, you like that. Join us for the Morning Wood on Sundays, 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's when we'll give our locks. But yeah, no, definitely some good plays in that one. All right, let's go to Houston and Baltimore. The Ravens defense is just, do they have a completely different defense from what they started with this year? Because it feels like almost all their starters are banged up. They are at home. Lamar isn't practicing, so I don't think he's going to play this week. Looks pretty bad for that. It's a 1.5-point spread. The Texans are favored on the road, so that kind of tells you everything you need to know. It's a 40.5 total. Honestly, the Texans haven't looked good either. I mean, their offensive line is horrible. CJ Stroud's been bad. He's gotten a couple cupcake matchups, but my God, I was watching football with my brothers on Sunday, and we had the Red Zone channel and then 3 other games in the split screen. And they wanted the Texans game. And I was like, you picked the shittiest game of the whole 1 o'clocks to watch. I had to sit there, and one of the games we were watching was the Texans game.
Because they like winners. They know winners when
they had Survivor, I'm sure.
Yeah, They did, but they also played a CJ Stroud stack, which I don't know why they played a CJ Stroud stack.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah, no, very, very disappointing from my brothers. But I was I sat there. That was the worst game, unless you bet it, then it was great. But that was the worst game.
I was going to say, I enjoyed it. It was a very enjoyable game. I had it on my
not enjoy that game.
I love when you got Houston and under, and the score is 26-0. You enjoy it very much. I assure you.
The only thing that was good was Woody Marks for my best ball teams, just absolutely nuking and going off. And he looks legit, boys. It wasn't just garbage time with Woody Marks. He actually outtouched Nick Chubb in the first half. So it wasn't like an all garbage time thing. They're slow rolling him, but he's picking things up quick. He was good in pass pro. And if all that's true, I think he's just going to play more and more until the backfield's just his. So he's going to be a fun play, I think, for fantasy going forward. But what are you guys doing with this 1.5-point spread? I mean, ODB, Ravens, their whole D's banged up. Lamar's probably not playing. Are you going Texans here?
Well, since you're doing promos for the Morning Wood, I'm going to pause and do a little promo. Gamble Up Podcast, Gamble Up Pod, get it on Twitter and download it and subscribe and like YouTube, Spotify, Apple Pods, Gamble Up. And I'm recording again this afternoon every week. So I would appreciate your patronage there. We give you this show for free because I make Tony give it for free. So it's basically like that. So I like to give my stuff out and get some, more people in there. So please like, subscribe, listen, do all that. That being said, we're on the Texans Ravens now. Man, what a difference a week or two makes. I mean, Ravens were my Super Bowl team, and now they're getting points at home to a Texans team that's been very unimpressive. So I'm just looking at these names. I want to like the Ravens, but then, let's just actually think about the game. Cooper Rush is handing the ball off to Derrick Henry, who hasn't been that great, throwing the ball to Zay Flowers against Derek Stingley. And Bateman, Andrews, this Ravens team does not look nearly as good when you take Lamar off. I mean, Lamar is Superman. I mean, him and Josh Allen, they're just different. And, this line move just tells you how much. This Texans D is for real, though. And I don't really see how Baltimore is going to move the ball that much. The Texans offensive line is an absolute train wreck, but I mean, can the Ravens take advantage of that? I mean, the Ravens haven't held anybody all year. I mean, yes, they got Worthy back, but I mean, this Chiefs offense was completely inept before they played the Ravens. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure that the Ravens can stop the Texans. I mean, they still have Nico and see. I mean, they have their full starting offense versus a completely depleted Ravens D and completely depleted Ravens offense. I mean, I gotta like the Texans. It feels kind of dirty here, but I can't possibly play the Ravens. I mean, the reason why I love the Ravens is because their defense was just hard-nosed last year and because Lamar is the GOAT. So they don't have either of those two things. I got to play the Texans.
Yeah, I'm on the Texans in the under. I agree with you. I think the Texans defense is going to keep them in games against much better teams. That's how good I think the Texans defense is even when their offense is struggling, their defense will be able to keep them in games. But I'm going with the Texans. I don't trust the Ravens even at home. Tony, what are you doing here? You going Texans or Ravens?
It's crazy how much things change quickly because I don't like Houston, and the Ravens just totally let us down. They just look like they got a lot of problems. But Houston, again, I know I always talk about the flow chart. It's just because I take time on the numbers and I trust them. I mean, Houston's defense so far has been the number one defense in football. And now you get a offense that's severely limited with Cooper Rush. The offense is built for Lamar. There's no way I can take Baltimore. It does feel like a little overreaction for us, though, where last week we were like, Baltimore's a lock, and 2 weeks ago they're the best team in football, and now they're at home and underdog to Houston. It does feel like that, but you have to realize it's Cooper Rush and not Lamar. I mean, if Lamar's in there, Baltimore will be favored by 5, probably 4 or 5. Like, you're going to see a 6, 7, 8 point swing. So I just have to take Houston. And the one thing that annoys me the most about Ravens fans, they always freaking blame something. Like, Harbaugh's taking all this heat now that he's just the worst coach in the world. And it's never anyone's fault. Like, it's what drives me insane about them. They've always underachieved. And
yeah, but they'll never blame Lamar. They'll never blame Lamar.
Ever.
So then
ever. He'll never take any blame on anything. It's like,
so then it's the defense. So then it has to be the defense or the coach, right?
Last year was the kicker, and it's the coach, and it's the Mark Andrews dropping the touchdown, and it's just there's always an excuse with Ravens fans. But yeah, I'm on Houston, and I am 1,000,000% on the under again. Like, love the under.
Yeah, Houston unders are. Especially with Cooper Rush at quarterback, I'm with you. Give me the under here. And shout out Felix. I do remember this actually. Felix did talk up Woody Marks. Shout out to Felix for the Woody Marks call.
That is a great freaking call. That's the call of the week right there, Felix.
And again, if
On
you
the
want
Millie
to see,
Show?
if you want to see some of Felix's takes, that's why you subscribe to this YouTube channel. You hit the subscribe button. You like these videos. They're free. Felix, Rubio, they do a Saturday night Millie Show on this channel. They're like one of the very few shows that go at 9:00 at night. A lot of you are probably, you put your kids to bed and you're probably building teams on Saturday night, right, Tony? They're probably looking at lineups, building teams. It's a great show to watch. I always like to listen to stuff in the background anyways when I do stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people do too. It's a great show to just listen to. Felix is super sharp. He's won a Millie Maker on DraftKings before in NFL. And Rubio Dime's obviously extremely sharp as well. So check those guys out. That show is at 9 p.m. Eastern. And check us out at runpuresports.com if you want to sign up. Run Pure Premium Package will get you all sports, one price. And we also have single sport packages as well. And if you want a little discount code, you can slide on into @BigT44DFS in his little DMs on Twitter or Discord. And he'll hook you up with a little first-time payment code to get in on the winners at runpuresports.com. All right, let's keep this show moving here, boys. Let's go to the Panthers and the Dolphins in Carolina. The spread is 1.5. It's a 45.5 total, which I think is interesting here. Carolina coming off of 2 weeks of very back and forth performances. One where they shut out Atlanta 2 weeks ago. They score 30 or whatever, or close to 30, whatever it was. And then they just get absolutely pounded by the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots just put it on them. I think it was ODB who loved the Patriots -5.5 last week, and they just crushed them. I mean, no doubt, Panthers look bad. But they're back home. ODB, any Panthers love here? Back home, only 1.5 point underdogs at home.
Yeah, these were two of my favorite games last week, Patriots and Dolphins. So most people would probably think I like the Dolphins here, but I don't. Panthers seem to be a very flip-flop team. First week, they were the worst team in football, went out to Arizona, got the backdoor cover, but weren't that good. Then they go and they play the Falcons at home. They dominate there. Then they go up to New England. They get dominated. I think the Panthers at home are a slightly different team. And this Miami defense, I kind of feel like the Panthers are a team that can score against bad defenses, but are going to struggle against good ones. And I don't think Miami has a very good defense. Also, I mean, they lost Tyreek. I mean, it's different, like in game, and then you're going to Malik Washington, who we like as a sleeper, but he's not Tyreek. And I don't know. Miami coming off a short week. I think the Panthers get done. I think this is kind of a sneaky, high scoring game. I think there's some interesting fantasy nuggets in this game. It's time to get Ted off and Bryce back. I like the Panthers, and I lean towards the over. I think the Panthers can win this game at home.
God, Ted McMillan. All I heard about all best ball season was this guy's going to be a stud. He's going to go out there and crush. Hasn't happened yet. Maybe it will happen, though. He does look talented as fuck.
I mean, I would love to see if Coker gets back this week. I think Coker's coming back. I mean, not that Coker's like.
I don't know. Is he back this week? I don't know if he's back this week, ODB.
He's in projections on like some of the sites that I'm on, but
maybe he will be.
I don't know if he's back or not, but I mean, they really do need. I think Ted has really been hurt by the trade of Thielen and the injury to Coker. I mean, there's just nobody out there to deflect any attention. And you think like, oh, that's great. Like he's going to get all these looks, but it's really hard when there's nobody out there to deflect any of the coverage away from. I think that hurt really. I think that has hurt his start to his season.
And don't forget, Sanders went down early in the season. What was it, 2 weeks ago? He went down. David Moore, the guy who he was playing on the outside across from Tet, who's not good, but he's now on, I think, injured reserve. They just put him on injured reserve. So, man, they better hope they get Coker back this week. They better hope that because they don't have much else. But Tony, what are you doing here? Dolphins and Panthers.
Yeah, I agree a lot with what ODB was saying. I have to take Carolina. Miami, I feel like they played pretty good a couple of the weeks so far, and now they get the Tyreek injury. Tua's one hit away from always being injured too. I think Carolina, even though they've been up and down, and they're going to continue to be up and down just with the type of team they are, I think this is a great spot for them. I really don't understand why they're an underdog at home. I know it's a small spread and stuff, but I kind of felt like Carolina should be like -3 or 2.5 or 3 in this spot. So it definitely makes me want to be on Carolina. The only worry at all is it's Carolina. I mean, we've seen all kinds of different things happen with this football team. So it's not going to be one of my favorite games, but I'm definitely on Carolina here. The total, I'm a little more iffy on the total. ODB like the over. I don't necessarily like the over in this spot, but I'm not saying I like the under. I just think it falls somewhere in there. Just Carolina for me here.
Big T's got this score 24-21 Panthers. Just throwing it out there, but that's what he's got this score going. He just didn't want to say it. He didn't want to say it, so I said it for him. That's what he's got for a score. I don't love this game.
It's a Panthers game. We got to get Cam in. Cam Newton.
Cam. What's up, Cam?
We got to get the Cam on. She hasn't been on in weeks. Say hi to the people. We like the Panthers because Cam Newton, even though the Panthers don't like Cam Newton anymore. Anyway,
very into the Panthers. Very into.
She wanted to drop in and say hello. She's a big fan of RPS.
We love dogs on this show. Even Tony is now a confirmed dog guy on the show. I can confirm that Tony's a dog guy on this show. So three guys with dogs. They love their dogs. I love my dog. ODB loves his dog. Tony definitely secretly likes his dog. He won't say it publicly, but he said it to me privately. So
you sound when I nut.
That's comment of the day right there. That might be comment of the week right there.
The only thing that's funny about it is it's kind of partly true.
Now, Tony's like, the next time I do it, Tony's like, he's gonna listen up to make sure it's like exactly like Cam.
And this is definitely not true, Beanair. I hate cats. So
no, I thought that was the case before he got a dog. I can confirm now he's a dog guy, not a cat guy.
If it came down to cat and dog, I'm definitely a dog guy. Yeah.
I don't know how anyone can be cat over dog guy. I don't even know how that's possible. At least guys, anyways.
We got this neighbor on our street too that literally has like 20 cats, and like when I'm out there in the yard, like it's just, I don't even want to go near the house.
Are they like all outside, like roaming around?
Just like it's just cat house. They're everywhere.
Oh, I can't.
And every time you're like walking the dog, it'll just go insane because there's cats everywhere. Like it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I the overload of animals. Like I like animals. I'm a big dog guy, but like when people have got like 10 plus animals just running around their house, that's just too many. Too many.
You could have 6 dogs. There's just no way.
No, it's too much. I agree with you. It's crazy. But I know, like my sister-in-law, she's got so many animals all over her house. And
isn't there rules how many you can have or something?
I don't know is there a rule? I don't think there's a rule. Is there?
You can just have as many as you want.
I don't know. Is there a rule?
Isn't that like animal cruelty? What is it? PETA or something? Who comes after you when you can't take care of your dogs?
I don't know. Why? You think there's a limit to how many animals they have?
How can you give them proper care with 16 dogs in your house?
Dude, like those cat people, I bet you they do give them pretty good care. I mean, they're all about their
laying in bed together and cuddle them and stuff.
Definitely.
Do they make that noise in the bed with the cats?
Oh God. Yeah, probably. I don't know. This is grossing me out. There should be a limit. I'm with Tony. I think like 4 animals is like a good, that's a lot. And that's enough. I think 4 should be the limit. All right. Well, JSU clearly never
Really
seen animal.
Is there really an animal hoarder show?
No, dude, I won't watch that show. I
Is
don't
that
watch
really a
shows,
show?
but
Seriously?
if it is, I would never watch it.
I kind of want to watch it.
No, I would never watch that show.
Like,
Yeah.
take a gummy and watch that show. That sounds kind of fun.
You take a gummy and just laugh at all these
That
people.
sounds
That's
kinda
what you
fun.
would do.
On a Wednesday night.
Yeah, like on a non-sports night. Yeah, that's something you would do. All right, Tennessee and Arizona, 7.5 point spread, 41.5 is the total here. We just got news earlier in the day that not only do the Cardinals have no James Conner, but now his backup, Trey Benson, is out for 4 to 6 weeks. I think he's going to have surgery on his meniscus. So the Arizona running back situation will be interesting, I guess, for fantasy, because I'm sure they're all cheap, but they get the Titans, and the Titans have looked really bad defensively. Their offense hasn't been able to move the football at all. It's a 41.5 total. Arizona's offense hasn't looked that great either. And I think it's worse, obviously, without James Conner and Trey Benson, who are 2 of their better, offensive players. What are we doing here? I kind of lean the under in this spot at 41.5. ODB, do you like this game at all?
I don't know. One thing, you made a lot of good calls in the offseason and best ball, but one call you missed.
Yes.
And you got me on a little bit, and I wasn't. I mean, fuck, man, Ridley is a disaster. Holy crap. He's so bad. Like, I'm thinking about dropping him in my managed league. Like,
you might want to, as bad as
I benched him this week for Troy Franklin. I mean, it's not good, man. It's not good in Tennessee land. This coach is unraveling. Brian Callahan.
Now show your Tet take. Don't get in there. Show your Tet take, Big T.
Oh God! Like,
you think? I mean, Tet.
That was the argument. That's what started. It's going to be like a whitewash.
Well, that was the argument, because I said Tet was going way too high, and Tony was like, "I'll take Tet over all these guys. Calvin Ridley, I'll take Tet over Calvin." Which you're right, obviously. But
I'll take Tet over Ridley all day right now. I mean,
right,
Tet has potential. I mean, I don't know. Cam Ward is atrocious. Like, he's not good.
Bad.
He's not good. This offensive line's not good. The coach is spiraling out of control. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think Arizona is very good, but they're on extended rest. They're at home, and if they're at all anything like they're supposed to be contending for a playoff spot and division, like the division is, I mean, it's there, it's available for them. Yeah, I mean, they have to take care of business here. I think this is kind of a sneaky good stacks, Murray, Harrison, McBride, like threesome. I don't think people are going to play them that much, and it's pretty condensed tree there with no running backs. I could see them going out and actually putting up a pretty good game. I really don't trust Arizona all that much, but I mean, I definitely don't trust Tennessee. So it's Arizona or nothing for me, and I think you can look here for some condensed a condensed tree for the Cardinals. I think they should be able to score against Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, you're right about one thing. It's 100% condensed to Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride now. So even if you don't full stack it, you could just play one of those guys, but one of them probably will get there in this spot for fantasy, at least. Tony, what are you doing here? Cardinals, Titans.
I gave the guarantee what was it, 2 weeks ago? I somehow took Tennessee over the Rams. I'm still like just the dumbest person in the world for doing that. But I gave my guarantee last week. I'm never taking the Titans again. I'm never going to regret it. I mean, I don't like Arizona really either. Kyler's been bad. It shows you just how bad Tennessee is, though, that Arizona, even with all their like injuries and stuff, can still be a 7.5-point favorite versus Tennessee. That's just how bad they are. And I mean, I think the under, this is actually the high, they're the lowest rated game for me as far as points. So, I mean, it's because Tennessee can't score. They're awful. So, like, the total's 41.5. I mean, all 41 could come from Arizona, but I got to like the under here, too. Give me Arizona under. I don't mind playing, like, one of those, like McBride or Harrison. I can't see full stacking it, though. I just don't see enough meat on the bone. But I do agree that with you guys that the smaller route tree is nice. It's nice to kind of know you got the number one options in all the spots. Even if you didn't play Kyler and just the other two, I think I'd be more on board with it. But definitely Arizona and definitely the under.
Yeah, I'm on the under to 100% here. All right, let's go to Bucks and Seahawks here in Seattle. 3.5-point spread. Seattle is favored. It's a 44.5 total. Big news from the Bucks side. Bucky Irving on crutches. Looks like he's going to be week to week with a foot sprain. That's a big loss for the Bucks, who are already down with Mike Evans, some offensive linemen. So that's not good. Losing, I mean, two of your best offensive players, already down a few linemen. Not good for the Bucks, but the Bucks just always seem like a team with Baker where they'll just find a way to like put some points up. Problem is Seattle's defense been pretty damn solid, and Seattle's at home. It's kind of a tough spot here, but at 3.5 points, ODB, what are you doing with Bucks and Seahawks?
I've thrown a lot of shade at Seattle. I really didn't like them coming into the year too much, and I haven't really thought that they were going to be that good. But hey, rule of don't be stubborn. They look pretty damn good. I mean, I've always been a Sam Darnold fan. The team seems to be playing really hard. The defense seems to be really good. I don't fully trust the offensive line for the Bucks at all. No Mike Evans, most likely no Bucky. Ibuka's a little banged up, I think. Godwin just seemed to be out there the other. I didn't pay that close attention to that game. I was watching some other things, but I was heavily invested in that Ryder Cup, so I didn't watch. I mean, I was watching all the games, but I had a big bet on Europe, so I haven't really. I didn't really watch that game as closely as some other ones.
So just so you know, Ibuka ran 90% of the routes. Chris Godwin ran 86%.
So I guess he's
team's
and I guess Ibuka, overcame his early injuries. I mean, they only stayed in that game with a couple of big plays, right? I mean, Ibuka kind of got behind coverage or made a guy miss or something, which is good. I mean, like he's the real deal for sure. He's the rookie that you wanted. But yeah, I don't know. I'm impressed with Seattle, and this is a tough trip across the country with a somewhat banged up team. They're not full strength. Seattle seems to be pretty much at full strength, and they're coming off extended rest. Seattle was a team I thought that I was just going to be fading, and I think I might be on them here. I think this is a pretty good spot for them. I like the Seahawks here, and I'm starting to talk myself into this could be a potential one of my big three. Not 100% there yet, but yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Seahawks.
Tony, Seahawks here or the Bucks?
Yeah, I kind of gave that same speech last week a little bit where I didn't like Seattle coming in. And each week they've earned a little bit more of my trust and respect. I think they're a good team. Tampa Bay's just banged up. Like, I love Bucky Irving. Having him banged up, you lose a lot of what makes them good. I think what makes them good is how good Bucky can run, just hard and fierce up the middle. Losing him, assuming, I don't think he's been fully rolled out, but assuming he doesn't somehow get that ankle better in play. Either way, he'll be banged up, though, even if he does play. I got to go Seattle, too. I like Tampa Bay more than Seattle coming in, so it's weird for me to say I like Seattle minus 3.5 over Tampa. I mean, if you told me that 3 weeks ago, I would have laughed. So I have to go Seattle. I agree with a lot of what ODB said. It's one of the higher paced games for me on the slate. Only 44.5 total. Even the total, though, I worry a little bit just because the injuries with some of the Tampa Bay pieces, especially Bucky, obviously. I don't know about the total, but give me Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going the other way from you guys. I'm taking the Bucks with the 3.5. I think I think Seattle could be good, but I think we're also maybe just inflating them a little bit for the start of their season. I mean, they played a close game against the 49ers. They played the Steelers, won, Saints, won, Cardinals, won. Those to me aren't really good teams. Those, I think the 49ers are okay, but the other three teams are not good teams. They're below average football teams. The Bucks are a good team. And like I said, Baker's just one of those guys. I feel like he's just never counted out of a game. And that Eagles game is a perfect example of that. I mean, in the first half, they were out of that game completely. And then in the second half, they just find a way to come back. And I think Baker finds a way to stay in this game, keep it somewhat close, even with, some of these pieces missing. And Bucky's out. He's out for sure. I think they said he's week to week with a foot sprain. So I don't think he's going to be playing, but we'll see on that one.
You think Rashard White's going to be good chalk or bad chalk?
I think Sean Tucker's going to play maybe more than some people think. So I think Sean Tucker and Rashad White might just split this thing down almost the middle when it's all said and done. So I don't know. Is he how cheap is he? I haven't looked yet.
I don't know. I haven't looked, but I just, getting.
Yeah.
I think White will get a majority of the work.
Yeah, he's 4,700.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he'd be like in the
he's
5K
definitely going to be
range.
shocky at that. That is a cheapie. It's tough
My
not to like him though.
No, I agree with you. He's going to be heavily involved in the offense. So,
and the hard part, like with fading 4,700, is he catches so many passes that it's not like he's a runner that you can hope he just gets stuffed.
Yeah, and my take is that he almost splits the work. So even if my take is right, at 4,700, he could still crush that price tag with half the work. So that's the other hard part about even if they do split. And if it's a 60-40, then he's got an even better chance. So, that's a tough one, I think, to go with. But I will say, I do think Sean Tucker gets a good bit of run here. All right, let's go to the Lions and Bengals here. 10.5 point spread. This game is in Cincy. It's a 49.5 total. I think is this the biggest total on the main slate? It's got to be it's bigger than the Cowboys total too. Yeah, it is. I think the biggest total on the main slate here. Bengals at home. Couldn't do anything on the road against Denver, but one of the toughest spots, I think, for teams to go is on the road to Denver in that environment. But the offense hasn't looked good since no Joey B. Tony, you hated them on the show we did on Monday. You said the offense was going to be bad. Outside of 2 early drives where they got close but could only get 3 out of it. I mean, that was it, man. They didn't give much else.
Yeah, it was tough too because I basically nailed everything with RJ Harvey on that slate, and I ended up in that 444 or whatever it was. I think I had the best or the second best chase team because I ended up going with the receivers like I talked about on the other one. So it was just brutal because I didn't like Chase. It was just the way the slate came together. And if he would have, even if he had a touchdown, I think I would have won 6 figures. So it made it super annoying that he was the guy. But I mean, this game, so I actually didn't like the Bengals really that much. I hated them last week, but 2 weeks ago. This week, though, I just can't believe they're getting 10.5 at home. I get it. Detroit's looked amazing. I do. I totally get it. I just can't imagine them getting 10.5 at home. The 2 matchups they faced the last 2 weeks were the worst 2 possible. Minnesota had a great D-line. Denver's got a great D-line. Detroit's got Hutch, but they don't get near as much pressure as those other 2 teams. And I'm not saying the Bengals are going to go out and win this game, but I think this is too much of an overreaction. I mean, 10.5 at home, and it's a little bit of a sleepy spot for Detroit going against a Bengals team that's looked terrible. And I like the under too. Like I 49.5. I feel like these two numbers are wrong. I'm sure people will make fun of me when it goes the other way, but I actually feel really good about Cincinnati and under. I don't think Detroit will be able to get near as much pressure as the last two teams did. And Denver was the worst possible matchup. Maybe outside of like Philadelphia, like we talked about with Denver and Philly. Like Denver is a brutal matchup for the Bengals. So I don't know. I have to take the 10.5, and I like it a lot actually. So give me the 10.5 and give me the under.
ODB, what are you doing here with the Bengals? Tony likes them.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Tony here. I like the Bengals. I think this game will have some offense, but I think you're finally going to get to see Browning with more than 2 seconds to release the football. Look, they just got absolutely pulverized by Brian Flores on the road, and then who's the I can't remember. I know the name, but for some reason just evading me. But the Broncos defense at home, on the road, and now, yeah, the Lions defense is good, but they're not that good. And yeah, I agree. This could be a somewhat sleepy spot. I think this game could shoot out though. The Bengals defense is atrocious, and the Lions offense is a wagon. So you saw both running backs go off for the Broncos. You saw all the receivers do stuff for the Broncos. They even resurrected Evan Ingram a little bit. You saw Bo Nix threw for like 350 yards in a game that wasn't even close. And they didn't even throw the ball that much. They ran it down their throat for the last 15 minutes of the game. So I could see some points. I could definitely see Goff stack. Jay Willie, 2 disappointing games in a row. I would think they want to try to get him a little something involved this week. I think Monty could, he didn't do much last week. So I kind of find with these teams that are really good, they always try to get off the guy who didn't get off the week before. You kind of saw that Monty had the big game on Monday night, and so they kind of gave him a backseat this week. And now, Gibbs kind of did his thing, and now probably go back a little bit to Monty a little. So yeah, I do kind of like it from an offensive perspective, but I think the Bengals are going to hang in this game, and at least the back door might be open. This isn't Minnesota or Denver. Those defenses are different.
This is my favorite game of the week. This game, first of all, I don't agree with you guys on this game. I think that there's a lock in this game. But before I get into the lock, the reason why this is just a massive mismatch and the Lions win by a ton here is because the Bengals cannot stop some bad rushing football teams. They're giving up. Jordan Mason ran for over 100 yards. The Vikings ran for over 5.1 yards per carry on the ground. J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey ran all over this team. J.K. ran for over 100 yards, and they averaged almost 5 yards a carry or something like that. And then who was the other team? The Jaguars ran for over 5 yards per carry. The Bengals just can't stop the run. And they also aren't really good against the pass. Their coverage isn't great. But when you can't stop the run and you got to go play Detroit, it's just bad. And Detroit knows that. And Detroit's just going to pound the rock. Detroit did exactly what I'm talking about they're going to do to the Bengals. They did that or tried to do it to the Browns. It didn't work as good, but it still worked some. And that was against the Browns, who have one of the best rush Ds in football. What do you think they're going to do to the Bengals? They're going to run for over 200 yards. They're going to average over 5 yards a carry. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to crush. David Montgomery's probably going to crush. And my favorite bet, first of all, I think the game ends 35-14. My favorite bet, though, is the Lions over 3.5 touchdowns, minus 120. They're getting 4 touchdowns. They don't kick. They're not going to need to kick field goals against the Bengals. They're going to convert. They're going to smash this football team on the ground. And also too, I dug in a little bit. When the Lions score 30 plus points in a game in this season and last season, 11 of the 14 times their first touchdown was a rushing touchdown. And it makes sense to me because it always feels like Dan Campbell always wants to establish it on the first drive. And 11 of those 14 times, Gibbs or Montgomery have scored their first rushing touchdown, first touchdown for the team. So just throwing that one out there. I think it's going to be pretty clear the advantage here. And I'm on the Lions. So a little different than you guys. Tony, how was that for a take? Did I do okay? Was I strong?
I could have said it for you.
What was I strong in my convictions though?
Absolutely.
All right, that's all that matters.
Could we have the first ever both sides picked in the big three at the end?
We could. It's possible. The problem is I can't combine those bets, so we can't allow that, right? Because we got to be able to
have a 17 parlay.
No, that's not as fun, ODB. I want $50 to win like 20K or 100K. I don't want some small amount.
It would be fun to hit a 9-0 one week.
Yeah. I want the big dog here. But all right, last game on the main slate, Washington at LA. LA, their offensive line just keeps getting they lose Slater before the season. Becton was out with a concussion last game. I don't know if he's going to be out for this one. And then they lose Joe Alt, who went from right tackle to left tackle, was filling in for Slater, was one of the best tackles to start the year, was dominating. He's down with a high ankle sprain, looked really bad. Hopefully he can get back soon, but that's not good. And the one good thing for the Chargers is, man, Omarion Hampton is a legit fantasy stud, and Najee Harris going down completely opened up the backfield for him to just dominate. I mean, Hassan Haskins is getting like a few snaps. Kamani Vidal got like 2, but like outside of that, it was all Omarion Hampton. So that's one good thing for fantasy. But ODB, what do you like here? Chargers and Redskins.
Yeah, getting Jaden Daniels back. I think McLaurin's coming back. I think they kind of just took the last game off. And I think they're going to be healthier now. And I think these teams are relatively equal. And just, losing the offensive lineman for the Chargers, I think the Commanders can go in there and win this football game. I think LA, look, they were pretty impressive in the first 3 games. They beat all the division winners, but they dominated the Raiders. But, I mean, the Chiefs game, good game, and the Denver game, I felt like it definitely could have gone the other way. I think we're kind of sleeping a little bit on this Washington team just because, they've been playing really hurt. I think they're coming in a little more healthy than the Chargers at this point. So, I think this is a really close game. I'm going to take the points here. I'm going to take the 2.5 points. I think we might see a Jaden comeback, miracle win, kind of like I trust Washington deep in games, and I think they're going to come in. I think they win this game outright. I think this is kind of like a 27-24 Washington game.
All right, 27-24 Washington there. Interesting take, Big T. Do you like Washington here?
So this is one of my favorite games of the week, and the Chargers have been the team. I say this every week, but the last 2 years, I feel like I have them totally dialed. They're one team I feel comfortable with. Was on the Giants last week. Can't wait to come back with the Chargers this week against this Commanders team, though. I love how physical they are. I love this matchup against Washington. Just the style matches up so nicely for me. It's 2.5 on DraftKings right now. It's 3 a lot of other places, but it's 2.5. I want to bet it right now at 2.5. I think it'll probably end up 3. It could end up 2.5, but either way, love it. I think Hampton's a beast. I love it. I was trying to pull up my flow chart, but it looks good for a receiver too. I mean, I just love I think the Chargers handled this team. I think Washington was lucky last year. I don't like how they look this year. I am all aboard the Chargers in this spot. I can't wait. Definitely one of my picks, unless you guys steal it.
Yeah, and someone was talking about Hampton tearing it up against Hampton's rushing touches through the last 3 weeks. It was 30-30 in week 2, 30% to 30% rushing touches between him and Najee. In week 3, it was 57 to like 13, 57%. That's when Najee got hurt. But then this past week, in week 4, he got 92% of the rush share. So 92% of the rushing touches were Hampton. This is all Hampton's backfield. That's so good for fantasy if he's getting pretty much all the rushing share, and then the majority of the receiving share was like 70%. I mean, he was just out there doing everything for this team. So that's very valuable for fantasy. But I'm on the Chargers. I'm not in love with Washington, and I think the under here. I feel like the total is a little high here, so I'm going to take the under and the Chargers here -2.5. All right, late games here, or the night game for Sunday night. New England at Buffalo, 50.5 total here. It's an 8.5 point spread. Buffalo kind of put up a stinker last game against the Saints. I mean, they did not look great. They won the game. The Saints are terrible. They kind of let them hang around. Didn't look good, but I think Buffalo is like one of those teams when they play teams like that, they just kind of look past them. But now they get division, New England Patriots at home. Man, their schedule's so soft, Buffalo. But, what are we doing here with the Bills? Tony, I'll throw this one to you.
I don't love this number. It's one of my least favorite games of the week. Buffalo's just tough for me. As confident as I am with teams like the Chargers, I struggle with Buffalo because they're such a good team. If they play good, they usually roll. A lot of times they don't cover bigger numbers, though. They just kind of play with their food a little bit. The Patriots, I think, are better than people think. I got to take Patriots, I guess. I like the 8.5. I don't love it just because Buffalo can really bring the belt to anybody, but I got to go Patriots here. I like the under too. I mean, I feel like I'm liking a lot of unders this week, but 50.5 just feels high. I know Buffalo scores a ton of points, but Buffalo doesn't mind running the ball. New England doesn't mind running the ball. Drake May and Josh Allen like running. The clock's going to be running. So 50.5 is a lot of points for me. I don't know what the weather. I'm sure the weather's fine this time of year in Buffalo, but you never know in Buffalo. Maybe wind picks up. Who knows? So I definitely love the under, and I will pick the Patriots, even though I don't love that side.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on the under. It does feel high at 50.5, but I guess if you like the Patriots, I feel like you should like the over in that scenario, because maybe they get up and they force Buffalo to throw a little bit more. Because if Buffalo gets up, that, like you said, they're just going to run the football, running a ton. But ODB, what do you think here with the total and the Bills -8.5?
Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite games. I think the Patriots are pretty live here. I think they're a pretty live dog. Buffalo's not going undefeated. They got to lose some games. I mean, the Patriots have been sneakily decent. They have 2 losses, but the Raiders game was kind of like whatever. First game was kind of a little weird. And that Steelers game, they completely dominated them. Just turnovers. I feel like they've already seen Josh Allen. They see Josh Allen a lot. So at least they know what they're getting. I've kind of been impressed with Drake, and yeah, this offense seems to be kind of moving. I think that this is a live dog spot. Obviously it's tough to win as a 4-1 dog, but I don't see why the Patriots can't give them a game. I don't really have a strong take on the total, but I do kind of think that both these teams do kind of keep the ball off the ground, which does tend to lead to more unders, the clock moving and all that. Patriots, the Bills defense has not been very good. I mean, Spencer Rattler put up 20-something points. We've seen the Bills defense be mediocre, so I think the Patriots can keep the ball and keep the ball out of Allen's hands and probably move it down and score some. So I like the Patriots here quite a bit. Getting over a touchdown on a game where I think that they're live is always something that's going to be attractive to me.
All right, there we go. Last game up, the Monday night game. Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a 3.5 point spread. It's a 46.5 total. ODB, you liked the Jaguars last week. You said, I don't even need the points. Just give me the Jags. Can you do that again here? 3.5 point dogs at home to the Kansas City Chiefs.
I can't pick Chiefs games, man. I'm terrible at it. The few times I've ever picked the Chiefs, they just lay an egg. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, 3.5 point favorite. I don't really respect the Chiefs that much. I mean, you would think that I would like the Jags, but man, they scared me last week. They looked good. I don't know. I guess if you have to, I can't ever pick the Chiefs, so I guess I would have to pick the Jags for the show. I would lean under probably too. I'm not buying the complete rebirth of the Chiefs offense. I think that the I'm sorry. I'm just looking at Bigness's picking a 175 money line and putting that as a win. That shit
He's back in there on us.
That shit don't count, bro. Like when we put 42-6, we're
You
putting
gotta lose the
42
juice when you do it. Like, you gotta
minus
lose
one. We're like minus 110s here. We're choosing sides.
It's the ultimate outside, though. You go on and say you're 42-6. You don't talk about all the juice you lost.
I got to lean under. The Jags defense is looking good. The Chiefs defense looks good. I don't totally trust the Chiefs offense. I don't even totally trust the Jags offense, to be honest. If I'm looking at anything in this game, I'm looking under. And yeah, I mean, I got to keep the Chiefs hate always. So, but the fact that I'm not just piling on this road dog here shows you that I am wary and probably Chiefs probably right side, because you know me, I love to pile on against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I like the under here. Jacksonville's defense is decent. Like, they're pretty good, honestly. And I think the Chiefs are solid. I think this game goes under. The spread, I feel like whatever way I pick is going to be the wrong side with the Chiefs. So I might just lean with the under. Tony, you have a take on this Chiefs game?
Indians with the big bomb in the bottom of the 8th for JSU. I know he loves baseball playoffs.
Oh, that's the thing, right? The tomahawk thing?
Do they do that? I don't know if they do that. The Braves do it. They might do it, and you might be right.
Oh, it's the Braves. Damn.
Yeah, the Braves do it. I don't know.
Damn.
Big bomb, though. Man, why does this game? I'm glad it's Monday night. I just have so many demons with this Chiefs team. I can't feel good about anything. I do feel weird that we like all these unders though, because I like this under with you guys. 46.5? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
46.5. I mean, I have to take the under. I'm going to take the Jaguars just because the Chiefs had that big win. A little bit of a letdown Monday night, but man, I'm never again saying a Chiefs game with conviction. I'm just not. Screw the Chiefs. I'm going to pick against them, but I have no conviction. How can I possibly pick the Jaguars and have conviction over the Chiefs? I can't do it, but I'm still taking the Jags because I hate you, Chiefs.
Who are they playing? Who's the team in Jacksonville?
Who'd I say? Jaguars?
Jaguars.
How do you say it?
Wars.
That's what I said.
There's no I in there. It's not W. It's not JAWIRES.
Jaguars.
Wires. Where are you from? Kentucky?
I'm enjoying this
How
right
do you
now.
say it?
Wars. It's wires.
Jaguars. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying wires. Jaguars.
The worst part about this, you're gonna love this. My high school, we were the Jaguars. We were the Jaguars.
We were the Jaguars.
That was my school.
We were the Jaguars.
I'm saying Jackson now. You guys are now JSU's making fun of me. Do I really say it's weird? I never knew I said it weird.
Man, this just made my show right there at the end. That literally just made my show. This is my bit, guys. I'm the one who's supposed to fuck up the names.
Jaguars. That's how you say it. I hate you both. That's how you say it.
Tony
Jaguars.
That's how I'm saying it. It sounds the same when you say it and when I say it.
You say it like it's JAGWIRES. It's not wires.
I don't say Jaguars. I say Jaguars.
Matty Ice. Oh, man. This is great.
The funniest part is, though, that was my high school. That's the best part.
Yeah. You're from Kentucky. I'll catch your break, bro.
Big T says Jaguars.
I'm saying Jags from now on. I hate you guys.
All right. Well, that's every game. We broke it down. We got to give our picks before we get out of here. 3 picks from each of us. You guys know how this works. ODB is the guest on this show, so I always allow the guest to go first here. ODB, you want to give us your first pick?
Man, this is the first week where like I don't have like super loves, man. I don't know. Scroll up here. Let me see where I'm liking here.
One word, or I spread them apart. Now that's funny.
All right. I'm gonna go with a disgusting pick here. Give me Jackson Dart on the road. I don't even need the points. Let's take the money line.
Got you. Tony, Giants money line for ODB. What do you got?
Chargers, baby. Go Chargers, go. Like Arnold. Go Chargers. -2.5.
That's what I wanted. Damn it. I knew you were going to take it first, too. I was praying you take it second. Son of a...
Go Chargers.
You always do this to me. You always take my favorite bet, and you always bet it first. So then I have to go to the next one here.
Well, that's good. You get 2 that you like in there instead of 1.
I know. He just always takes the number 1. The one, like, I'm going to bet the most on. Let's see. Which one do I want to take here? I'm going to go with the Texans, -1.5 here in Baltimore.
You're getting on my squad now. You call me out. Now you're getting on my squad, my Texans.
Listen, don't you worry about my shit. Don't you worry about it. You know what? Fuck Tony. I'm going to double dip and take the under, too. Might as well go back to it. Texans and the under here.
You know winners. You know winners there.
What do you got here, bud?
Well, I had the Texans and the Chargers circled for my 2, so I got to recalibrate here.
Yeah, refigure this out here.
Yeah, I mean, just because you did that, I'm taking the Bengals on you, plus the 10.5.
No, you can't. Yeah. No, you can't take them. I refuse to bet this team.
I can't believe you didn't take the Lions there.
Yeah, because he was scared. He wanted to swoop my 2 picks.
No, because I in my head I was saying there's no way, even if Big T likes the Bengals, there's no way he's going to take them as his top 3 bet.
Well, give me the Texans then, and then you can pick the Lions. You swoop my pick. I'm taking the Bengals unless you give me one of those 2 you just picked.
You know what? Actually, you could actually take the Bengals because I want to give my over 3.5 touchdowns as my bet.
Oh my God! You're going back to the Dunkel bet again? Like you pick a freaking
dude, it's
side.
free money. It's free money. They're going to score 5 touchdowns.
I'm taking the Bengals. You made me mad. I'm not changing anymore. Bengals plus 10.5.
I think this might be the first time I change one of the picks in the parlay. Unreal.
See, that's bad mojo. And I'm taking the under.
No. It's not your. No. It's not your turn. It's
How's it not? It's a snake draft.
It's ODB's turn.
I thought I was on the end.
No, ODB and me are on the end.
Oh my God! Now I'm tilted. You guys got me bad. You guys are tag teaming up on me at the end of this. Unbelievable.
All right, I'm taking the Patriots.
Oh my
plus
God.
8.5.
I got you 8.5. You took the Bengals. I don't want to hear you say, "Oh my God," with any pick.
Take the Texans, and you can pick another one.
Am I allowed to kill our parlay on Thursday night?
Go for it.
We're gonna win. I want a Thursday
under 47.5.
Well, it's 46.5 on DK.
What the hell? They just moved it It was 47.5 when we started the show.
You still like it, or
Yeah. Let's go under.
under?
You know what? Screw it. Let's not start it off with a potential winner or loser. Let's end it with a potential winner or loser. Let's go the Monday night under. We all like that one anyway.
What was that one? 48.5?
46.5 Chiefs and Jaguars.
This way, instead of starting with a winner, we end with a winner.
I always like this is stupid, but I love always putting a Monday night in my parlay so that I always have hedge options too. Like
I knew you were going to say that.
I love it. It's one of my favorite moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Big T. Now you are up.
Yeah, now I'm up. Okay, I'm taking the Patriots under. What was it? 50.5?
Yes. Patriots under 50.5. All right, we got some double dippers here. Oh God, Tony's Bengals thing is just staring right at me right now.
That's your own fault, bro. You could have taken the Lions. You got greedy.
You still can. I'll still take the Texans, and he can switch it if he wants the Bengals out of there. He swooped my pick.
It's not how this shit works.
I know this is bullshit. I agree. This is bullshit. ODB. I'm calling it right now. I want to just say screw it and give me Jahmyr Gibbs' first touchdown just to make Tony even more mad.
I can't believe this dude's giving us a Dunkel bet right now. He's going in and look, he's going to a graph like the slider chart to find his total on us.
There you go. Over 3.5. Over 3.5 touchdowns.
It's a -130. Unbelievable. I'm outlawing. This is not allowed, ODB.
Yeah, this is the two spreads, one total.
Oh, this is bullshit.
And it's a -130 on top of it.
I'm not spending 6 hours going through the DraftKings 40 million prop thing to bet a -130.
This is unbelievable. Now, all right, I'm going the Cowboys Jets over at 47.
Why are you picking two totals? What is happening here?
Pick a side,
We've had the same rules the whole season.
Here's the thing, Big T.
There's rules to this?
The Packers are off. He has nobody to pick. He always just picks the Packers.
That is true. I do take the Packers a lot. ODB caught me. I definitely take the Packers a good amount. Fuck. Big T's really screwing us here with this Bengals bullshit.
We've had the same rules. People have to be able to bet it with their local bookmakers.
Well, what? You can't bet the over? I'm not allowed to take.
You can't go in and bet over 3.5 touchdowns -130 with the local.
All right. I'm between two, Broncos and Bucks. Which one? Be my tiebreaker here.
We're all Broncos.
I mean, we always ride with the Broncos. You can bring the mojo back by taking the Broncos.
All right, we'll go with the Broncos here. I'm just going to say this now. Big T screwed us on this Bengals plus 10.5. I just want it to be known.
I'll still let you switch.
No. You already picked it. We're not going back on the show. Here are the bets as I got them right now. Giants money line plus 102. Chargers -2.5, -112. Houston Texans -1.5. -1.5. -108 on DK, under 40.5 in the Texans Ravens game, -115. Bengals plus 10.5, -115. Patriots plus 8.5, -112. Under 46.5, -110 in the Jacksonville Chiefs game, under 50.5, -110 in the Patriots Bills game, and then the Broncos plus 3.5, -105. Let's see here. What does $50 pays $16K? Like that, I will be betting that.
I love that. I like the sound of that. One week this year, we're going to hit one of these. We got to put it in every week.
That's all we got to do. Hit one.
Hit one. And you guys got to drop your 3 favorite bets in the comment section under this video, not the comment section here, the comment section underneath this video here. Post your 3 favorite winners for this week. If you go 3 for 3, you will have a chance at a nice Run Pure Sports gear package, courtesy of us here, and smash the like button on your way out. Make sure you guys check out ODB's podcast, Gamble Up, over there, and follow him on Twitter. And of course, follow me and Big T on Twitter as well. We got our Twitter handles here underneath, so you can see them right there. And that's going to do it for the Print Factory Week 5 Me and Tony will be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time, same place, for the Thursday Night Football Showdown breakdown. Until then, for Big T, ODB, and myself, good luck in your DraftKings bets. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out.